Oh, I just realized I got to go live there. Perfect. All right, so we're now live on YouTube. Good morning. Welcome to Kevin at 7. Thank you guys for joining me. As you come on, make sure you give the post a thumbs up. Even if you're watching the replay of this, give it a thumbs up. Comment where you are, where you're from, so I get to know you. I go back and watch. I see who comments and stuff. And so good morning, everybody. Aloha, Tom. Good morning. As you come on, tell everybody where you're from. Good morning, Gina from Grapevine, Texas. Good to see you. Now, we do that not only so that I can get to know you guys, but also because most of you are real estate agents and you can get to know each other and where you're at. And we do this in our, if you're not yet have joined our Yes Masters Real Estate Success community, our Facebook group, join that group. It's a great place to get referrals, get role play partners, do Q&A, get help with stuff. It's awesome. Good morning, Malcolm from Clarksville, Tennessee. Good morning, Omar from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All right. Raj from Toronto. What's that?
It's vertical, not horizontal.
What's vertical?
The phone orientation for some reason.
Is it, am I sideways?
No, you're this way, but it's like a small column.
Well, it doesn't look that way to me. That's weird. All right, so we're just going to do it. We're going to do it with a different look today. I guess it's what we're doing. She said I'm on, I look sideways or whatever that's.
You're in a vertical mode instead of.
I'm upside. Anyway, but they can still see me, right?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So I had a comment yesterday somewhere or day before yesterday. I don't know where it was. And I'm not sure if it was on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, but an agent said, I'm overwhelmed. Can you help me? I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so out of control. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to talk about this because if you have ever felt overwhelmed, I want you to give me some thumbs up. Let me see thumbs up. If you ever felt overwhelmed or have a wow, the face like I'm out of control. You're in portrait, can't switch once you go live. That's what I thought, Tom. I can't switch once I go live. So we're going to be in portrait mode this time instead of landscape mode. That's just the way it goes. Elena, or Catherine, good morning, Catherine. Can you bring me a Kleenex, please? You don't have to come on camera, but my nose is trying to run because of my cat. I have allergies to our cat, so that happens. All right. So last year, I'm embarrassed to tell you guys this. Thank you very much. I'm embarrassed to tell you guys this, but last year, my wife for my birthday got me a paddleboard. I'm embarrassed to tell you that because my team is all here and they all know that I don't ever go out paddleboarding anymore because I'm so busy and it's kind of a pain in the neck to go because I had to load up the paddleboard on top because it's a 14-foot paddleboard. So, but I love it. I love doing it. It just takes too much time. Anyway, that's a different story. But when I got it last year, I started going out paddleboarding and I can go out in the harbor, in the Redondo Beach Harbor where we live, and I can paddleboard and it's awesome and it's cool. But then you go outside the harbor and you're in the surf. And so you got the big waves and you got the breaking surf and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's when it gets exciting because you're standing on this thing, you're paddling, and then the waves are just like, and you get off balance and boop, you flip over. Well, I want to learn how to actually go out and, go through the surf because it's much faster for me just to go straight down to the beach and unload and then carry it down the hill to the water. And then I just got to get on the paddleboard, lay down on it, and you paddle out through the waves. But a surfboard is little. A paddleboard is huge. So it's not only 14 feet long, but it's about 3 feet wide. And so I've been doing it a couple of times. And the hardest part is just getting out past the breaking waves. You got to get through those. And once you get past those, it's cool. And then you can go out, you can literally paddleboard and you'll see dolphins and it's all kind of cool stuff. So I went out on one day and I got there and I'm like, I should have really checked, but the surf is huge. The waves were like massively big and guys were out surfing. And it's so when the waves get big, hey, Kathleen, yeah, King Harbor is gorgeous. I'm looking at King Harbor right now from my training room window from my office. I can look right out over the harbor. It's cool. So I'd show it to you guys, but it's not close. It's a little ways away. So I'm there and there's a bunch of surfers out there. They're all surfing and I'm going to go through this. So I'm like, okay, I got to be real cool here and got my wetsuit on because the water out here in Southern California is cold. So I start going out and I flip over a couple times and then I managed to finally get out and I'm trying to stand up and paddle. And even though when I'm past the breaking waves, it's still just big waves. So I keep losing my balance, falling in, and I'm like, I'm not going to quit. I kept drawing it, kept doing it, and I did it for a while. until I'm just worn out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go in now and I'm going to kind of stand up and I'm going to catch a wave and surf the wave in because I want to learn how to do that. And I didn't even get close to the surf and I'm falling in. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get on my knees and I'm going to paddle in on my knees. It's a little easier, lower center of gravity. And I'm going to paddle in. And then I'm getting closer and closer. And then I start coming in and I kind of get off balance and I turn sideways a little bit. Well, once you turn sideways with a wave breaking, it's just going to pick you up and smash you down. And so I'm trying to come in and be real cool. I got a little sideways and I'm trying to control it. And then there's no control in it. And bam, I just go over and I flip over. My paddle gets caught up with the surf and it goes way up on the beach. And I'm there trying to I'm upside down and I've got the ankle cord wrapped around my body, like, and around my head and my neck, and there's seaweed everywhere. And I'm literally come up and the board is laying on top of my head with the fin, because on the back of them, they got the fins. The fin is literally hooked around my neck. I'm trying to get up and I'm just like trying not to die. And I look up and there's these two kids, probably 10, I don't know, they're probably 13 to 14 years old, two guys. And one of them is standing there. He's being a nice kid. He's picked up my paddle for me and he's holding my paddle, looking at me, waiting for me to come in and get my paddle. And I think they're both debating, does this guy need our help or what? And so you're trying to jump up and be like, all cool. Like, yeah, I did that on purpose. And it was so humiliating. One of the most embarrassing things, because you're trying to look cool. If any of you have been snow skiing and you've fallen over, when you're learning to snow ski, and remember that you fall down time you get up, every 3 seconds, and the little kids come, going right by you. And back when I learned, it was snow skiing, not snowboarding, and they had no poles. They're just, and you fall down and they get your pole and they bring it to you, here, sir. And you're like, I'm embarrassed. Well, I was thinking about Overwhelm, and I thought when I got caught in that wave and it just flipped me over, that is what I think of when I think of being overwhelmed. To get overwhelmed means literally for some to get buried under something big and powerful and just swamps you. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to those of you on YouTube, Facebook. We're talking today about how to overcome overwhelm. Whenever life just tumbles you and all of a sudden you got so much going on and you're just like buried in all the stuff. Matt Hill, I am overwhelmed. Layoffs probably coming at, I can't read just the first line, but I get it. So, and we're going to talk about how do you overcome that. So how did I overcome getting overwhelmed in the surf? And I'm going to say you got to get out of the surf when the paddleboard's on your head and all that kind of stuff. You just kind of like, you got to just paddle, fight your way out so you can stand up and go like, okay, all right. Okay. Let's do a casualty check here. I'm alive. I'm not bleeding profusely anywhere. So how do you overcome overwhelm? Here's how you do it. More reason to work harder in real estate. Yes, for sure. Matt, Matt, I take it you're part-time and you're going full-time. I've got a brand new video coming out today on YouTube that is how to transition from part-time to full-time. So check it out, YouTube, Kevin Ward Now. Those of you that are watching on YouTube right now, watch for it. Brand new video coming out today called How to Transition from Part-Time to Full-Time. If you're already full-time, then it may not be that relevant for you. But if you're a part-time realtor like Matt, dude, go check it out. We'll be publishing it later today on YouTube. Just go subscribe if you haven't subscribed, Kevin Ward Now. And then when the video's published, you'll get an email that'll, however that comes to you, notifying you that here's a new video. How to go from part-time to full-time. And so it's pretty cool. So first thing you got to do is I'm going to give you I'm just do this in a four-step process. No, it's four steps. Four-step process of how you overcome overwhelm. Number one is you got to stop and just stop. Okay. Now the reality is you already stopped because you're overwhelmed and you're like, oh, but this is what I want you to stop. You got to stop doing this. You have to stop that and go like, okay, stop. Maybe the next step is take a deep breath. Okay. Just breathe. Okay. All right. I'm here. I got 72 plates spinning. I'm buried by half of them. I got deadlines. I got demands. I got stress. I got pressure. I got schedule. I got stuff that I was supposed to already have done. I'm late for this. I don't know what to do. So the state of overwhelm starts with what I just consider to be a state of confusion. And what I mean by that is that you have so much going on. So it's like too much. And then that too much is kind of like sensory overload. And it's like, I don't know how to handle all the demands, all the things going on. And so the sensory overload leads us to just this massive shutdown. Mentally, we just shut down. Our ability to process, prioritize, to think through stuff, it just kind of shuts us down, right? And so we go from this sense of confusion with all this stuff going on to feeling powerless to do anything about it. So I'm like, oh, what can I do? I'm stuck. And the thing that happens when you get overwhelmed is nothing. You stop. That powerlessness then leads to paralysis. So good morning, Hal from Staten Island. Good to see you guys. Good morning from Lake Havasu City on YouTube here. I can't call. I'm not sure that's a name. Callis. Cool from Norfolk, Virginia. Stefan, good to see all you guys. In Lake Havasu, where at Havasu Falls, that's like this breathtakingly gorgeous, beautiful place to go, and you have to wait 2 years to get to go. I want to go check it out. We get paralyzed. That's what overwhelm does to us. Is it just paralyzes? Good morning, Miriam from South Carolina. We're paralyzed. We're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And so we just don't do anything. All right. So when that happens, number one, you got to stop and you got to just breathe. Go around and go like, okay, all right, I'm here. I got this. Second thing is now you have to prioritize. You got 72 things all screaming at you at the same time, and look around and wait, they're not really screaming. I'm screaming. I got to calm down. Now I got to prioritize, and I got to look around and go like, okay, if I could only get one thing done today, if I could only get one thing done in the next hour, what's the first thing that I need to do? What's the first thing I need to get? The most important, most urgent, whatever it is, what is the one thing that once I do that, I've knocked out the biggest brick in my day? Do you know what that is? Do you know what that brick is? Do you know what that one domino is? If you use the analogy of from Gary Keller's book, his book, The One Thing, he says, what is the one domino that if I knock this domino over, it's going to knock out, it's going to have the greatest leverage impact in my day. So what is the one thing that I have to do? So number one, stop the freaking out. Stop the mind, just the mind going and spinning in circles. Stop, get your bearings, breathe, and then go like, okay, all the stuff I got to do, what is the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 top things that I got to do? All right. Hey, Jose Contreras, working out, role play, and prospect. There's his 3 things every day. If you do those 3 things every day, my friend, if you're a real estate agent and every day you work out, role play, and prospect, I would add into that lead follow-up. And you do all that in the morning before noon. I don't care what happens in the afternoon. You are unstoppable because you're doing the things that fuel your business and fuel your life. Work out, take care of your body, role play, get yourself trained, practice, get warmed up, prospect, lead follow-up. You do that every day. You are doing the things that fuel the engine of your success. Right there. I don't care how busy you are, what you got going on. You do those 3 things, those 4 things every day, man, you are already on top of the world. If you guys are feeling this, if you understand what I'm saying, give me some thumbs up. Some thumbs up. All right. Now let's move from, I got to figure out what's the one thing right now that I need to be doing. What's the second thing, third thing? And is the solution. I love this. I'm getting all the emoticon, the emojis. I'm getting the thumbs up, but I'm getting a lot of these now. I love this because, see, for the average person, this means like, yeah, I'm hanging loose, man. Take it easy. But for the masters, for entrepreneurs, for salespeople, for real estate agents, this means I'm on the phone. I'm having conversation. I'm having conversations. That's right. All right. The schedule is the solution. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your first solution for getting out of overwhelm. If I can stay on my morning schedule and honor that, I call it the focus zone. From 8 a.m. to noon every day is the focus zone. It is where you stay focused on the things that generate your money, that generate your business, that fuel your business. and that's lead generation and lead follow-up. When you can, and the preparation for that. So you fuel your body, fuel yourself, you work out, you exercise, your morning ritual for you personally, and then you get into the focus zone. That's right, Jane. You get into the focus zone from 8 to noon every day, and all you do is fuel your business. Fuel it. You fuel the business by your lead generation and your lead follow-up. That's what you do. Always get in the role play in the morning, because that's like before, anytime you see somebody who's going to perform at a world-class of level, they always warm up first, right? Role play is how you warm up. We went to see the Boston Symphony. It's Symphony Hall in Boston, Massachusetts last year. Julie and I did. It was awesome, man. We were there early. We got there like an hour early. And guess who was there before us? That's right, the musicians. And they're all down on stage, and they're all just doing their own thing. They're going through their ritual of how they prepare. But none of the orchestra members showed up. If the show started at like 8 o'clock, I don't know when it started, but let's say 8 o'clock. None of them came running in at 7:59, going like, where's my chair? Where's my chair? Okay, cool. And they're unpacking. They're trying to get out their flute or their whatever all put together. Okay, I'm ready to go. Nobody does that. Professionals don't do that. Amateurs do that. So you got to get going in the morning. You fuel your business by warming up and then playing. Prospect, lead follow-up. Boom. Every single day. Boom, boom, boom. You do that every day. The schedule, and that happens in your schedule. Your schedule is the solution. So honor the zone. Honor the focus zone every morning. Honor your schedule. All right. Next thing is when you're doing that. Now, if it's in the afternoon and you're overwhelmed, which that happens too, is what's the one thing I got to do right now? And then focus on one thing. Focus on that one domino. I got to knock this domino over. That's it. I got to knock this domino over. Knock it over. Then I can move on to the next domino. So focus and finish. Focus and finish. Focus one thing and finish one thing, and then go on to the next. Don't try to do 3 things at one time. It is now proven, it's science, that multitasking is the perfect way to get nothing done well. Just makes you mediocre at everything. Focus one thing and finish it. Now, that's how and then get you out of the overwhelm, because you're like, okay, all the other stuff, if it doesn't happen today, look, you're not going to get all 72 items done, my friend. Ain't going to happen. You're not going to get it done. All 72, not going to happen. So I got to prioritize. If I don't get and learn that what's the worst thing that can happen when I don't get certain stuff done, life goes on. I'm going to tell you some of the priority things are communication. If you've got phone calls or messages to return, the most important thing to do is make sure that you take care of the people that you have business relationships or personal relationships with, that you return phone calls. You got a phone call to return, those got to be done. Okay. I learned that from Linda Peterson, who was one of my first mentors. She was one of the top real estate agents in the Century 21 system, made bukus of money. And she said, the one thing she does every day before she leaves the office is she makes sure every phone call is returned. So she's built the relationship. She's protected the relationship. She's served her customers. So it's awesome. Now, the last thing is now long-term solution to overwhelm. How do I fix this so that I can grow and build my business and scale grow my income and scale my life? How do I do this? Because if my business gets bigger, I get busier. I get busier, I cap out, right? You hit your capacity to produce more. That's what happens to agents, is they hit overwhelm when they start getting a few deals going. They got a couple of listings. They overpriced one of them. So now I got a mad seller, and now they're overwhelmed, and they got a deal in escrow, and it's got the complexities of that. And then we get overwhelmed and we go backwards because we're like, I don't like that feeling of overwhelm. When I started doing this much business, I got overwhelmed, so I'm going to stay broke. It's not a great way to live. Okay, so what do you have to do long-term? So long-term solution to overwhelm is you have to create a structure or systems for your business and your life. So the answer long-term is systemize. Systems, processes, framework, structure, having a structure to your business and that you can leverage all the stuff. Okay? I call it one of the 5 core elements of success is systems. So type it in right now. Type it in, systems. Systems. You guys will type it in, systems. And I'm going to give you guys, if I, you know what I'm going to do? I want to do this. We just created this somewhere on my desk here. I think there it is. So I just created this right here. This is the Real Estate Agent Success Blueprint. Would you guys like a copy of this? I have a way to do this. I was thinking about it and I'm like, I got a way to do this. If you get this right here is a framework for building a 7-figure business right there, systems. Would you like a copy of this? If you'd like a copy of this, let me see some thumbs up or say yes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you where to go to get this right now. So this right here, it just lays it out that here's the system. If you have this as a framework, now does it fill in all the gaps? It doesn't tell you how to build the systems, but it's going to give you a schematic of like, here's what my business needs to look like. Here's all the elements and all the parts of it. All right. So here's where I'm going to, when we end the webcast, the webcast, whatever this is called, the live stream, I want you to go to agentpowerlaunch.com. Now, I'm not sending you there to sell you anything unless you're a brand new agent and you need help. Their Agent Power Launch is my an online course to help brand new agents, Agent Power Launch. But when you get there at Agent Power Launch, then there's going to be a video and it's going to have a button for you to sign up for Agent Power Launch, which is a course. But I'm not trying to sell you on that unless you need it and want it. But on the left-hand side, so below the video, on the right-hand side is on the right-hand side, looking at your perspective, on the right-hand side is a button to sign up for Agent Power Launch. On the left-hand side is download the free blueprint right now. That's agentpowerlaunch.com. We'll post that in the link here so that you can get this free. You can get a free copy of this, the PDF download. It's this right here. Just gives you a big picture view of these are the things I need to build into my business, and it just gives you clarity. So I want to do that for you guys, and that will get you started on getting us handle on the fact that, you know what, however big my business is right now, I can add some zeros to it. If you're making, if you're making 60,000 right now, I can take that to 400,000 because without working harder, okay? Because you start leveraging systems. When you leverage systems leverage your own strength, your own power, your ability to perform and accomplish more with the same amount of effort. And that's the secret, is being able to do that. Out of this is kind of the framework out of which we train the Real Estate Vortex, which the Real Estate Vortex is the entire framework of how to build a high 6 or 7-figure income while having a life, which means without the overwhelm. Now, there's going to be moments of overwhelm, which just says, hey, this is exciting. I'm growing. Moments of overwhelm. Last thing I'm going to say is moments of overwhelm should excite you because it means you're growing. So if you're growing and if you want to grow, let me see some thumbs up, some hearts. This is about you, your business, your life, and you can do this. Overcome, overwhelm, and build a business that will allow you to succeed and have your dreams without overwhelm all the time. All right, guys, go out there. I want you to play to win today. If you get overwhelmed, stop, breathe, figure out what's got to go ahead next, and then hit it again. And when you go out there, always expect yes. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, great day, everybody.